الحمد لله وكفى وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وإلهكم إله واحد لا إله إلا هو الرحمن الرحيم إن في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار والفلك التي تجري في البحر بما ينفع الناس وما أنزل الله من السماء من ماء فأحيا به الأرض بعد موتها وبث فيها من كل دابة وتصريف الرياح والسحاب المسخر بين السماء والأرض لآيات لقوم يعقلون ومن الناس من يتخذ من دون الله أندادا يحبونهم كحب الله والذين آمنوا أشد حبا لله ولو يرى الذين ظلموا إذ يرون العذاب أن القوة لله جميعا وأن الله شديد العذاب صدق الله العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Surah Al-Baqarah, start from ayah 163 today. وَإِلَهُكُمْ إِلَهٌ وَاحِدٌ. Your God is one God. Ilah has translated as God, the one who is worshipped. La ilaha illahu, there is no one worthy of worship but Him. Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim, the all merciful and the very merciful. So Hazrat Mufassirin have written that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying He is Wahid, it is at least in four respects that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala means it. Number one is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is, of course, the apparent meaning that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is alone, is the only one who deserves to be worshipped. There is no one who deserves to be worshipped apart from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But also there's three other meanings that Hazrat Mufassirin have written, which are in addition to this meaning. One of them is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there is none like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in any respect. Not only the respect of ibadah, but there is none like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there is no example of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is alone in that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The other aspect is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is one and the only one who has always been and will always be. So there is no one apart from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that can claim that they have been forever and they will be forever. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is alone in that respect as well. La ilaha illa huwa ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. He is the one He's alone. He alone is the one who deserves to be worshipped. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, we went through the meaning of this multiple times since we started this. Ar-Rahman is extensively merciful. Ar-Rahim is intensively merciful. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy is extending to everyone in this world, those who believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and those who do not. And that means when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says the all merciful or Ar-Rahman, and then when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says Ar-Rahim, on the day of judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy will be restricted only to the people who believed in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be intensively merciful upon those people, that even with their major sins, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants, with His intensive mercy, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive them. Inna fi khalqi samawati wal ard wa ikhtilafi al-layli wal nahar والفلك التي تجري في البحر بما ينفع الناس وما أنزل الله من السماء من ماء فأحيا به الأرض بعد موتها وبث فيها من كل دابة وتصريف الرياح والسحاب المسخر بين السماء والأرض لآيات لقوم يعقلون. So these two ayat are answering a confusion or answering the questions of the mushrikeen now, the people who associated partners with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is first declaring emphatically, وَإِلَهُكُمْ إِلَهٌ وَاحِدٌ, your Lord, the one who's supposed to be worshipped, your ilah, is only one ilah. And now through logic, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is explaining in this ayah 164, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving examples of things that only Allah alone can do. Nobody can, even if they try, do these things. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is at the end of this ayah saying, لَآيَاتٍ لِقَوْمِ يَعْقِلُونَ, there's signs among these things for those people who have sense. يَعْقِلُونَ, who have aql, who have sense. Now what are these ayat or signs of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning them one by one. Inna, surely, fi, in, khalq as-samawat wal ard, creation of the heavens and the earth. So nobody can claim that we created the heaven or we created the earth. No matter how hard they try, they can't even do at least even a fraction of it. They can't do it. وَاخْتِلَافِ اللَّيْلِ وَالنَّهَارِ, the coming of the day, the changing of the day into night, or the switching of the between the day and the night, the alternation of night and day. Nobody can do it even if they wanted it. وَالْفُلْكِ الَّتِي تَجْرِي فِي الْبَحْرِ, in the day and the night, Maulana Shafi Sahib Thanvi rahimahullah has also written a special point that in these things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning, especially the alternation of night and day, when you think about it, therein is proof that multiple powers cannot be at play in anything at the same time and work harmoniously. For example, if you look at the day, it is overpowered at the end of the day by night. So if you think the night is more powerful, that it overcomes the day, then at the end of the night, the day comes and overpowers the night. So there definitely is something else that is more powerful than both of them. These are answers trying to make the mushrikeen of that time understand through sense, through basic knowledge, basic understanding that everyone has, no matter if they have faith or not, no matter if they believe in the Prophet ﷺ or not, if they use just a little sense, they should be able to see this. وَالْفُلْكِ الَّتِي تَجْرِي فِي الْبَحْرِ, the ships and the ships that sail in the sea. Mufti Shafi Sahib rahimahullah has written that if you look at water, it is a major sign of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it is something that is fluid and that is light, but upon it heavy ships, heavy masses of solids travel. And then the hikmah, the wisdom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that although it was supposed to, it is used to carry such weight, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala still made it a liquid. Because if it was made a solid, then ships won't be able to sail through it. So it is the hikmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning it. وَالْفُلْكِ الَّتِي تَجْرِي فِي الْبَحْرِ, in the ships that sail over in the seas. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning these signs. بِمَا يَنْفَعُ النَّاسِ, and carrying that which benefits men. So for example, goods for trade and stuff, goods for needs of people, those are carried by ships even today. That is true. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying this is one of the ayat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ مِن مَاءٍ فَأَحْيَا بِهِ الْأَرْضَ بَعْدَ مَوْتِهَا. And in the water Allah sent down from the sky, then so that water, the sending down of water alone is a sign that rain, nobody can make the rain happen except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then revived with it the earth. فَأَحْيَا بِهِ الْأَرْضَ بَعْدَ مَوْتِهَا, then revived with it the earth after it was dead, after the earth was dead. And again, that nobody can claim that they do it. With the coming down of the rain, the earth springs with plantation. So nobody can claim, nobody, even no matter how hard they try, no matter however much water they have at their disposal, they cannot claim that we are the ones who make the plantation spring forth from the earth. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, I am the one who makes the earth come alive after it was dead. وَبَثَّ فِيهَا مِن كُلِّ دَابَّةٍ, and in every creature He has scattered on it. So all the creations, all the creatures that are upon the earth, in every single one of the creations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there is signs that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the Wahid Ilah, the only one worthy of worship. وَتَصْرِيفِ الرِّيَاحِ, and in turning of winds. Again, something that no one else but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can do. وَالسَّحَابِ, and the clouds. الْمُسَخَّرِ بَيْنَ السَّمَاءِ وَالْأَرْضِ, employed to serve. Musakhar, they are employed to serve. بَيْنَ السَّمَاءِ وَالْأَرْضِ, between the sama, the heaven, and the earth. وَالْأَرْضِ لَآيَاتٍ لِقَوْمٍ يُوقِنُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that these are all the signs for people who have basic sense. Even if you have basic sense, through looking at these things, one can come to a conclusion that there is some supreme authority doing it, and that supreme authority is not authorities. They are not authorities or not multiple authorities. Otherwise, the whole system will start fighting each other. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving these examples that there's someone over all of these, and that entity is one, and that is controlling everything. Now, the requirement after recognizing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as the one ilah was to love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala more than anyone else. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all of these things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned, all of them carry special bounties from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for us. So the requirement of that was that we fell in sajda and had extreme love for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But as my shaykh used to say about this ayah that is coming next, that even Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at some times has used such language in the Quran where as if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is making shikwa, making complaint, and that's not because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is losing something, but just to wake us up that what are you doing, how unjust you are being. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying in the next ayah, وَمِنَ النَّاسِ, and among the people, مَن يَتَّخِذُ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ, there are some who set up apart from Allah, beside Allah, andada, co-gods, entities that they worship apart from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, beside Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And now the real shikwa, يُحِبُّونَهُمْ كَحُبِّ اللَّهِ, they love them like the love that is due to Allah. وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا أَشَدُّ حُبًّا لِلَّهِ, but those who believe, the people who brought iman, the faith, أَشَدُّ حُبًّا لِلَّهِ, they are the most firm in their love for Allah. So an explanation of this is that whenever the mushrikeen, addressing the mushrikeen, whenever they were in a state of peace or happiness, they would be worshipping their idols. Had they learned, Hazrat Mufassirin have written, had they learned that the bad or the evil things that happen to us in our life are also sent by these idols, they would throw them away and they would kick them out of their homes, their idols. If they learned that these idols, supposing, hypothetically speaking, do bad things to us, or whatever bad comes to us also comes from them. But وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا أَشَدُّ حُبًّا لِلَّهِ, these people who are mushrikeen have no idea the love that the believers have with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that they know that whatever good comes, that comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They know that whatever bad comes, that comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Still they are madly, crazily in love with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They do not leave the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They do not leave or quit worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even they fully know, it is part of their belief that whatever bad is coming to them, whatever is happening to them, good or bad, is being sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا أَشَدُّ حُبًّا لِلَّهِ, these mushrikeen have no idea of the love that the people of faith have with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about the qiyamah in the last part of this ayah. وَلَوْ يَرَى الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا إِذْ يَرَوْنَ الْعَذَابَ أَنَّ الْقُوَّةَ لِلَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَأَنَّ اللَّهَ شَدِيدُ الْعَذَابِ. Would that the unjust people could perceive when they see the torment, that is any calamity in this world. The next ayah talks about the akhirah and the relationship between the kuffar and their leaders, what they are following. But would that the unjust people could perceive when they see the torment or any calamity in this world, إِذْ يَرَوْنَ الْعَذَابَ أَنَّ الْقُوَّةَ لِلَّهِ جَمِيعًا, that all power belongs to Allah alone, وَأَنَّ اللَّهَ شَدِيدُ الْعَذَابِ, and Allah is severe in punishment. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that when the azab of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will come, then they will know for sure, clearly, that all power belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And these co-gods that they have prepared themselves, these idols that they are worshipping, they cannot safeguard them against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us pure iman. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us pure i'tiqad and belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Tomorrow inshallah we'll start from ayah 166. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidil mursaleen. Rabbana zalamna anfusana wa lam taghfir lana wa tarhamna lanakunanna minal khasirin. Allahumma hdina wa saddidna, Allahumma hdina wa saddidna, Allahumma astur awratina wa amin rawatina, Allahumma ij'alna min ahli al-Qur'an alladhi ahluka wa khassatuk. Sallallahu ta'ala ala khayri khalqih سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين آمين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.